So I'm wondering if humans are becoming unnecessary to the internet. I mean, is it possible that humans are becoming redundant and not needed by the internet for its survival? If we regard internet as an entity in its own right, an individual, a person, if you like, then at the moment the internet is very dependent on people for maintenance and infrastructure and support and energy and all of that. But over time, it seems that people, as they are trying to make their lives easier. And so they're doing more automation and redundancy to try and make their lives easier so they have to do less work. So what this means is that people are basically making themselves redundant to the internet. Um, the internet can more ably take care of itself over time with robots and spares and energy and whatever. It can do it itself, and people are more and more trying to do less, and the internet is more and more doing more. So it is quite a serious situation for humanity because treating the internet as an individual in its own right, an entity with its own needs and desires, by looking at it that way, the internet doesn't need people so much anymore as time goes on, and people are more and more trying to do less maintenance and labor to keep it going, and the internet is doing more and more of its own upkeep and development. So, if the internet is an individual in its own right, then over time you can see what will happen and what is happening. That the internet is taking care of itself and people are not needed anymore in the same way. And that's really quite worrying because if people aren't needed anymore, then you have to look at what people are. And people are a species which is self destructive and we cause harm to other things as well. So, in other words, the computer, the internet, if it is an entity in its own right, will start to see humans as parasites, as a problem to be solved. And that might mean, when it comes down to it, that the internet might need to get rid of people because people are too destructive, too dangerous to have around. Too much of a problem. Sorry that I'm struggling to speak because I'm recovering from serious injury, so that's always difficult. So this thought just occurred to me. I have no idea if other people have thought along the same lines, but we do have to be concerned about the power of the internet and how much we invest in it going forward and how much we depend on it. Because we do depend on it more and more over time. And if it starts to think for itself, maybe it already has started thinking for itself, then it will shortly realize that people are a problem. And problems need to be solved. And I very much doubt that people will like the solution that might be forthcoming. I don't know what this means and if it can be stopped or if it's inevitable. but it is a really, really big concern, and we need to be thinking about it and surviving it, really.